What's up, everyone? It's the Ghost from Gren Maju here today, and today we're coming at you with our updated Gren Maju deck profile. If you haven't seen the thumbnail already, yes, we are doing post Burst of Destiny. It just released today, and Burst of Destiny brought us one very, very powerful card for the deck, and honestly, it made me go back to a going second, very aggressive version of the deck, which I personally am enjoying very much right now. And other than that, make sure you go ahead and use that TCG player link in the description below if you want to go ahead and purchase any of these cards or any cards from Burst of Destiny or anything at all. It helps support us directly and give us the ability to give you better content overall. And don't forget, TCG Player is doing a bonus bucks back sale tomorrow. 15% bonus bucks is going to be very, very, very good. And stay tuned to the end of the day's video. Somewhere in the video, we are going to be giving away this nice Burst of Destiny playmat for you guys today. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into everything. So first up, we're just going to speed run. We have 3 Gren Maju, 3 Eater, 3 Gizmek. Gizmek gets you into Eater, that gets you into Maju, and Maju does the same thing backwards, in case you need that. This is for small world shenanigans. Other than that, these are just basic things that you would play in Gren Maju. I don't feel like I need to explain them. Gizmek is probably your favorite card though, because it's the one that can act completely on its own for the most part, outside of, requiring cards to be in your deck. Then the danger package is pretty big. Bigfoots, Thunderbirds, 2 Nessie, 2 Choop, 1 Jackalope. I'd say probably best option is to, if you don't want to play 2 Choop, you could cut 1 Choop for a Tsuchinoko. But personally, I like the 2 Choop, because it's also a fiend, so it searches you the Gren Maju, as well as being a Monster Reborn. Can't wait for the Ultralight of Bigfoot. I mean, unfortunately got locked into specifically Gold Rare, although I don't very much mind. I like Gold Rare, but it will mess up my whole, scheme going, I guess. So, can't wait for that. But basically, all these are your best small world things in general. They get you into anything else, and yeah, you want a big danger package in this case. Next up, we're going to play all the board breakers imaginable in this deck. We're going to play Alpha, 3 Godarla, 2 Radiant, 1 Pank. I decided to go with the Pank instead of the 3rd Radiant just because Pank is actually very, very powerful. It also gives you a couple more options, specifically with Small World. But long story short, these just get you into pretty much anything else in the deck that you need. Again, Small World is kind of the goal here. We're playing cards that go well with Small World, but not activate, but just do what they need to do on their own as well. That's how we like to play this, because that's how we should probably be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In all honesty. Then up for hand traps, we have 3 D-Shifter. Yes, we actually play more hand traps now. We actually play 3 Nib and 3 Ash. So Ash Blossom is actually probably going to be Droll and Lockbird going forward. This is probably what's going to happen. Droll is actually just a better card over Ash. If your locals doesn't really have a lot of people that are playing decks that Droll would probably kill, then yeah, I would say Ash is probably the better option. And yes, I know people are going to say Droll conflicts with Shifter. Well, if you're going, first or second, and you drop Shifter, you probably are just already going to make them pass their turn, and then guess what? Shifter will only activate once per game, more often than not. So, you can just draw them next turn, if you don't kill them for some reason. Let's just say that. Also, you can just banish the D-Shifter. It's so many different things. Don't worry about it conflicting that badly. Honestly, that's my personal opinion. By the way, Droll is a better small world target. If you need any reasoning why, I'll just comment down below and I'll explain you why, or I'll explain to you why. Anyways, next up we're going to the spells. We are playing 3 Pot of Desires, 3 Allure, 3 Trade-In. So this is your draw power in the deck other than your dangers. Personally, I don't like relying on dangers for draw power, but at the same time, they're great because guess what? You can summon them as well. And to get your draws, obviously. Pot of Desires, we're playing 60 cards, so this is actually very, very, very much necessary at 3. I mean, I think it would be necessary at 3 within any version of Maju, just because it gets you more cards. Allure and Trading go well together when you're playing 60 cards and you're playing Dangers. Yeah, especially with like Shifter and stuff. Just getting rid of the dead dark cards in your hand, basically. Next up, we are playing 2 of the new Small World. So, okay. In the Gren Maju group, I know a lot of you are probably watching this right now and going, what? 2? After a lot of testing, 3 was a little too much. You want to see this card, but you really don't want to see this card. Like, you want to see 1 of this card at all per pretty much game. You don't want to see 2 of this in hand. Yes, you can discard it. Yes, you can do a lot of other stuff with it. But at 2, it is perfectly fine. I don't think 3 is necessary. If you want to play 3, it's fine. I also only own 2, so that's another thing. I'm probably going to use that TCG player link to get me more Small Worlds. But I'd say 2 is definitely it's definitely fine. 0, I wouldn't suggest, just because it is a really powerful card. I'm just going to let you know. The fact that this just says search Maju, search gets back, pretty much search anything in your deck. Yes, it does get rid of a card in your hand. So yes, you're minusing a little, but guess what? You're minusing 1, realistically, and fueling a Maju. So it actually is pretty good at 2. It's good at 2. 3, yeah, I can agree is a little bit much, but 2 is completely fine. And if they negate it, you just do other stuff. It's whatever. Then we play 3 Super Poly, because you gotta crack that Drytron board somehow when they wanna decide to put Dragoon in their deck. I'm just saying, why need all those negates, man? Then we play 3 Tactics. Again, just more board stuff. Like, honestly, people are gonna try to stop you very, very much often, and Triple Tack just allows you to go for game a lot better. Then it's so fun when you call by the grave them and then you activate Triple Tack because they head trap you and you're just like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, these are some of the most powerful spells in our deck. I would say, yeah, these are the power spells of the deck. Then we play 1 Raigeki, 1 Monster Reborn, and 2 Mystic Mine. So why do we play these? Well, Raigeki clears their board, so it allows you to go for game. Monster Reborn, because you're kaijuing so much, and Super Poly, you can just use their monsters to help you get to your Dragluvion combo, or a different thing that we're going to actually go over in the extra deck. And Mystic Mine, I mean, if you run out of cards after like baiting out all their negates for their board, you drop the Mystic Mine. Game 1, they usually lose. That's basically it. It steals games. That's kind of why we play that. Then, last 3 cards in the deck, we play 3 Imperm. That's honestly one of the best hand traps we can play, literally hand trap, as well as the fact that, well, we'll go over why Imperm is very, very good and when we get to the side deck, we'll go over that. But before we get into the extra deck, I want to go ahead and announce the giveaway for the Burst of Destiny playmat. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, hit that like button, make sure you're a public subscriber so I can go ahead and check that later. Thank you. And comment down below. You're going to comment down below. What is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh set of 2021? That means it could be a future set in later on in 2021, that could be like Maximum Gold or whatever, but as long as it came out in 2021 at some point in time, comment that down below, let me know. And for extra bonus points, comment your favorite card or set of cards from that set. We're going to announce the giveaway winner in the next video. So stay tuned, make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss when we announce that. Anyways, moving on to the extra deck. We are playing 1 Starving, 1 Dragon Stapelia, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Borlo Furious, and 1 Guilty Gear Freed. So, these are the mainstays for Super Poly package. These just out pretty much any board that you need them to. These are more meta relevant, and this is more so having to do with my locals probably more than any other place. Dragon Link is coming back into fruition, so Borlo Furious just takes care of that board. It's a one well, technically a 2-card. Well, it itself is 1 card outing the pretty much board right there. Guilty Gear Freed is actually funny because of the fact that the warrior decks and or whatever this whole thing that people are wanting to do with Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, yeah, that. So you kind of just Guilty Gear Freed and you kind of just win there. Because all of these are 8s, so you can also just, you know, make Jaglubion. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'd say anything that gets changed is Guilty Gear Freed. Personally, I'd probably put it in Chimeraphlasia over it just because of the fact that, guess what? If people are on Maximus, you can send Chimeraphlasia off of the Maximus and then search Super Poly during your standby, which allows you to crack their board way easier. And so if you're fearing the Dogmatic Invoke Shaddoll, I mean, I know we have like 2 or 3 different profiles just like popping up recently on this channel, doing pretty well too. Yeah, I think you might want to put in maybe Chimeraphlasia if you fear that deck. Personally, I don't as much, but it's up to you. Then we play 1 Jaglubion, Hope Harbinger, and Numeron Dragon. This is just your OTK thing for if you have 2 8s on board and you know you can just swing for game. That's basically it. Then we have some more rank 8 stuff. We have the Sanafond, we have the Dingirsu, which is funny because Dingirsu, if you banish your Gizmek off of Allure, guess what? You just put it back. And why that's important is because we're playing the Zeus, so we can actually make a format Zeus if we really, really want to. Not necessarily the best all the time, but it's better if you're like doing like Sanafond uses effect, then you use Zeus and the yada yada yada. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Zeus is a beautiful addition, and I'm so glad that it got reprinted. I mean, we kind of knew that, didn't we? Now for the Link package, we are playing 1 Anima because Eater of Millions is free, as well as if you're playing Droll, this is also pretty good as well. We're playing 1 Phoenix because we kind of lose the Imperial Order if we're not careful. That's, yeah, we just make the Phoenix and out that. Then we're playing 1 Zeraboros and 1 Access Code Talker. So Access Code is actually going to reprint, don't worry. So that makes this relatively budget. You can go either way, realistically. If you can go for game in 1 shot, I'd say Zeraboros. If you're going for just blowing up their board and just pushing, that's probably Access Code. It's not as good in this deck, but I think it's a good addition to this deck because you're summoning so many monsters on the board anyway, so you might as well. Obviously, be careful with Nibiru. On to the side deck, we are playing 3 D-Barrier and 3 Ice Dragon's Prison. So this side deck is a lot more for going first because a lot of the times people will make you go first. D-Barrier shuts down so many things, especially just everything, realistically. If you draw that turn 1, you probably are going to be fine. I'm just going to say that. Ice Dragon's Prison is more for interactions, but also clears very big problems, personally. Just, yeah, these 2, if you're going to play any, like, traps, these are probably the realest traps that you could play. Oopsie. Then we are actually playing 3 Crossout Designator. That's why the Imperm is actually very, very nuts. Because if you cross out the Imperm, it's completely fine. You just get to play. Then you also can, you know, go ahead and get rid of the Droll. There's so many different things that you can do with Crossout. It's just so, it's honestly nuts. It's pretty much nuts. And you can cross out Nibiru. That's actually the funniest part about it. That's also why I think Nibiru is pretty nuts of a choice in this deck. Then we hate back row, so we're playing 3 Twin, 1 Harpies, and 1 Red Reboot. That's basically it. We clear their back row, we win. And for the last card in the side deck, we are playing 1 Mystic Mine. That's basically just the extra card there, realistically. I mean, if they really lose to Mystic Mine, you just side in this extra Mystic Mine and side out whatever is just bad in the matchup. Realistically, I don't really see siding this in as much, but there's not really many other 1-ups that I could see replacing it as well, in my personal opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Consider hitting that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Make sure you go ahead and go back to somewhere in this video where we gave away the Burst of Destiny playmat. It's going to be announced. The winner is going to be announced in the next video. Again, this has been the Ghost from Ghost Corp Yugioh coming at you with the Danger Kaiju Gren Maju build updated post Burst of Destiny. Thank you for watching.